Hello everybody, welcome to another Let's Build today, and we have another Bionicle Let's Build for Vakama, which is a super exciting one for me. It's another Turaga character. As you know, we built Nokama, Nuju, Oniwa, and Matau, or that's Matau, or whatever, I don't know. I'm not the great at pronouncing these names just yet. I'm super sorry about this. But we're now building Vakama. We still have, Weenua left, so we'll get to him at some point, whenever my mail finally comes through. But, pretty much a nice little view of him. And so this time around, we have a nice little lava ground here. Got the character right here. It looks pretty awesome. Love the look of this guy. And just look around the box, I guess. Nothing too much. We've seen a lot of this before, so nothing too fancy. Got Vakama right there. And there's the top of the box, which doesn't change often. Contains 27 pieces, so get super excited for that. And our set number is 8540. So let's get into the set itself real quickly. Let's see how many crusty rubber bands we have in this one. Because that is a record I think most of these have had. Well, I think only one of them did have a crusty rubber band in it. I don't know. Kind of like crusty rubber bands. I only had 3, so yeah, I think only one of them so far hasn't had a crusty rubber band in it. Oh, or maybe all of them have. Ooh, that one is super nice, actually. That one will be our used one. If not, I have a bunch of spares, but that one is actually super nice and good quality. Gotta pop this open, though, because they glue it weirdly on the inside. And now I gotta sit there and rip it open. Which, I never liked this feeling. I so much more prefer tape instead of this. Ooh, we got some good rubber bands already. We're doing pretty good on this set. The box may not be in great condition, but man, them rubber bands are doing way better than some of the ones I've gone through so far. And we got more good rubber bands, which is quite surprising to me. Which means this one probably was not stored in a nice dry area. Because the other 4 I got from all from the same seller, so that might explain why a lot of those were a bit crusty. But yeah, that's all that's in the box right there. So we're going to close this back up, and it's going to look all nice and fancy too, because it just does that. I like the look of these boxes. I even put one up above or whatever, but you can't see that. But let's look at our instruction manual real quickly, which has the usual standard, but I still love looking at the art in this. A lot of these builds are pretty much the same. They have the same, like, main body, but they usually have, like, different type of legs. Well, not really different type of legs. A lot of them actually repeat a lot of the same little gimmicks and stuff like that. But to be honest, they have so much personality and difference between them. Or not, like, main differences, but, like, I don't know. There's such a weird difference. Like, you very much can be noticeable or whatever. And to be honest, if you played, like, the Montanui online game or just kept up with, like, general lore of the comic books and stuff like that, then you know that these characters have such grand personalities and stuff like that. So we got our Toa, the Tahu right there, and we got the Turaga, Vakama, so super exciting there. I still need to pick up a Toa character at some point. I have not done that at all. You do that at some point. It's just the Toa ones are a bit more expensive than a lot of the other guys. But we'll fold that back up, though, because I think at this point we should know how these builds work out pretty much. So let's open up our bag here. And should I organize the pieces? I don't know. There's not many pieces to sit down and organize through, so I'm like, on the whole process. I'm going to try putting that all down gently, though, because I don't want to ruin things. Put that to the behind me, though. And I'm going to do this because there's like such a weird pinkish shade here for this headpiece. I'm doing this first, though, because I never like doing this later. Well, the last few builds I've done it like later, or like at the end. But I want to be different this time. I want to put that in. Make sure you do that till you hear the nice clicking sound, by the way. The first time I did this, I didn't actually push it all the way in. I did fix that, though, so if anyone is curious about that. But there is the headpiece, though. We got our little mask piece, too, which is super cool looking. I love the look of this mask. Reminds me of, like, Darth Vader in a way. Pop that in, though. And there's our cool little headpiece. I'm going to put that to the side, though, because that's not the main vocal point. Gotta start setting up our whole pieces here real quickly. So there is our first little Technic pin, and then we had to start setting up all the other fun little Technic pieces. So let's get to doing that. First, we gotta find our little crotch piece here, which all the little Toba guys have the same sort of crotch piece. It's kind of weird that they all have the weird same structure for the body, but I guess that's just how they wanted to design them in a way. Take our little axle pin here, and we want to find this little piece right here. Don't know what this is called, but it has a little cross there and a cross there. You just want to keep this one towards the end of the cross. So make sure y'all do that. Just keep it towards a nice little end there, the shape of it, and just put that in the nice little middle area. Well, I think that one actually goes into the top of it. Try to remember the build so far. I'm like, Try to remember which one is which. Turn the guy slightly. Do we not have an orange one for this set? Wow, that's actually different. So instead of actually having it like a different color like the rest of these guys, which I see this one has like a tan piece. This one has a nice little different color. Vakama over here actually does not have that whole little gimmick there, which is very interesting. Kind of wasn't expecting that. So that's our little top piece right there. It's just meant to support his little head. Cool little head piece right there. But it's still super exciting for this, so woohoo! And now we gotta take the rest of our little builds here. Set this up for another little axle, which is really not colored this time around, which is gonna really throw me off. I don't know. I guess I was expecting a bit of colored pieces, but I guess not for this one. I don't know, I guess that's just going to be only weird to me, probably. I don't know. That feels like something that'd be only weird to me, but still. Find our other little L-shaped piece here and just shove it on in, pretty much. Did I think, do one that's a bit too big? I think I did. Yeah, I did this wrong. Oops. Ha ha ha. See, I'm trying to be all specific, and the reason why you want to actually push out that one piece. So I did have it right, but me being me, I wasn't really thinking about this. You do actually want to push that one in all the way to the other side. Just so you know. Because when you pop this all back in, you have the little axle on that one side, and then you take this nice little gray one here. It's always gray in these little sets for some weird reason. Just to keep up with the whole theming, and just place it right there. So this is like your little free moving arm, and this one is controlled by a little rubber band mechanic that we will actually be setting up right now, which as I knock over the other Turaga characters. This set had some super nice rubber bands in it though, so I don't have to worry too much about our rubber band durability or anything like that. But now we get to set the other foot axle pin. Plop that in real quickly. And then now, we just have to set up the feet, which take our little face pieces right here. Don't know why they do faces for these ones, but that's just kind of how they settled on it, I guess. Throw some axles in their faces. Oh. Yeah, there we go. Just gotta throw an axle in their face. Looks like he's sticking out your tongue at you. Then you want to take one of these little orange tube pieces here where it goes across the tube and set that up to where the tube is facing that direction. So make sure you get that the right way. It looks like has one of them party favors, you know, the ones that like roll out or whatever. And just plop that into his little legs there, and there is our first leg for us. Then you want to sit down, take the whole process again. Just keep on trusting it. And just shove pieces in. Well, it'd be great if you can shove them in properly, though. I do recommend at least trying that. Which is kind of hard to do with all these ones. I don't know. I think it's just because when you're trying to do it, like there's like a specific direction. You don't really see the specific direction because the side has like a whole stud area to it. But you pretty much set it up the same. Does not matter which direction, because the feet are both actually the same, which is kind of cool in a way. It's still weird to me that they use faces for feet, but you kind of don't notice it, like, once you actually, like, set them down, because by this point you're like, oh, I see how they're shoes. They remind me of, like, Sonic shoes or something. It's just it's still just funny to me that they went with this, like, sort of direction. Now we had to start building our hands, though, so all we had to do for that is just this little process here. You want to make sure the little axle point is actually facing upwards so that he's holding his weapon properly. And do the same for the other side. And there we go. We've got our pieces all set and ready now. Well, I say that and didn't even put it in the right way. Don't think it really matters which side goes first, really. Kind of weird that this one actually has 5s on both sides of it, because I don't think this one does. Or I guess it does, actually. We just don't notice it. Because this one actually has more of a popped out 5 look to it. I don't know. Kind of weird. Or maybe, actually no, I do notice 5s on no matter what. Kind of weird on that one. Basically set up our hands though, so let's get on to doing that. Make sure you do actually probably put your finger behind this though, because if you don't, you can't actually break the rubber band like that, which I've done before. So make sure you actually do place your finger behind this so that you don't accidentally snap the rubber band, because this is where the action mechanic does come into play, because you see here, his little hand goes up and down. He's waving hard at you. But then we do the other side, and this other side is freehand. So you can do whatever with this hand. So now we are getting close to the end with this build. We have our little face piece that we built earlier, as I drop Oniwa again, because I keep hitting them because they're way too close to me. But basically take the little pin here, shove it up his head. Now he has the power of the neck. I'm going to take off his little helmet though, and just show you the process here, because you can just kind of do these builds in whatever way really. And just plop in his head. And there is his whole little look there. But he ain't complete without his little mask here. So let's plop that in. And then let's go get his little trident sphere type thing. I don't know what it is. I don't know what you'd call this one. Maybe a sphere? I don't know. I love the look of it though. It looks like a microphone in a way. But all you'd have to do is just sit down. I recommend placing your finger behind there and just pushing that whole little thing in. And there is his little sphere. So now he can just be like, I command all of you! And just drop his hand back down. The little action feature of this guy is just a little up and down movement from that, which is the whole purpose of the rubber band. The rubber band just retracts it back to its little area. But overall, we have the one free hand, which can just be posed whatever way you really feel like it. The legs actually move pretty good. They have a nice little motion to them. So you can kind of just do whatever with those. And same with the other one. No head articulation, so sorry about that, y'all. He's only looking straight. He knows what he's going for. He's going for you! Just go like wham right there. But yeah, that's pretty much all that is going on with this guy here. If you've seen my last few Taraga videos, you know that these guys pretty much are very similar towards each other. They all have nice little mechanics. The main thing going on for them is usually just difference in arms and legs, as you see here. This one has like a bit more of an extended leg to it. We have seen the same type of legs used before, though. For example, with Matau over here, which he does actually have some very similar little techniques here. The most different part to this guy is that he doesn't actually have a little orange piece right there, which is kind of weird to me. Because the rest of them all have like that whole like thematic coloring scheme to them. This one actually does not, which is kind of interesting. Even if like this was red or something. But nope, they just decided to go with this weird little styling here. Make him a bit different, I guess. Kind of make him a bit cooler. He does actually have a lot more plot importance in a lot of the Bionicle series, I think. Well, they'll have kind of important plot importance over later on in the series, but just in general, this one, you probably see this guy a lot more, especially in the GBA game and the original, like, Motonui online game. He's just kind of this really, like, the main character just sort of looks up to him a lot more compared to some of the other Turaga characters. But overall, I still love the look of this guy. Love the look of all of them. They look all amazing to me, but just really love the style of this. Still weird to me that there is no color piece to that. And I guess if you look inside the box here, you can see there is just no color to it. I don't know. Kind of weird to me, but I'll accept it. I love the look of him already, so. But that takes out another Turaga for our build here. And at some point, we will be building the next one, but that's when he comes into the mail. But for right now, we get to enjoy this wonderful guy and have him command over the Matoran and the Toa. Well, currently just the Matoran for me, because I do not have any Toa characters yet, which is kind of surprising. But yeah, that is currently it for right now. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time. So, wham, bam, wham, wham, bam. Bye.